My name is Ueli Steck. I'm alpinist. I'm living in Switzerland. Try to climb big mountains and as hard as possible. The future of cutting-edge alpinism is how fast and how light you can go in alpine style.
Ueli Steck is the most versatile extreme alpinist that we've got in Europe at the moment. He is very good in sports climbing. He does the big climbs on El Cap, speed climbing in the Alps, and he goes to the Himalaya. And now he's specialized in solo climbing. He just does everything.
I climbed a lot with Ueli Steck. Every 10, 15, 20 years, somebody is putting the scale higher. Ueli is, for me, it's like a hero, you know.
Okay, Ueli now is the man. One of the best climbers and one of the best mountaineers who are really leading our vertical world. For pure speed and efficiency, there is no place for other person, only Ueli Steck.
You know, now I have done this speed ascents in the Alps.
The highest phase of all the Alps, that it took normally 4 days, in less than 3 hours now. In 3 hours, you just prepare your pack, you put the shoes, you talk with your friend, last phone call, and when you start, he's already on the top. So, yeah.
If you're able to move fast, you don't need a lot of equipment. You're so light, that's where you can really push the limits. But when you're doing the real speed climbing, that's quite dangerous because you take a lot of risk. You just control the whole situation through the whole phase, and there is no mistake on the route. It feels like it's perfection, you know.
He's playing the whole game much more serious than the rest of the world. If you can see how he's preparing things and what he's training, it's like insane.
I'm really like fanatic on training. I'm not better than anybody else, but I just really like training like hell.
To me, that's just inspiring to know that there's a Ueli Steck out there just locked in the training room, trying to develop himself totally as a climber. You know, does that guy sleep? Does that guy ever, like, you know, go out and get drunk or anything?
More and more training.
He's like a total Swiss machine.
I have my training planning for the whole next year, for the next project. We're sitting in Yosemite right now. If you're an alpinist, you have to do El Cap. For me, that's a big part of history of alpinism and climbing. I'm meeting now Alex Honnold to climb with. That's that young, crazy guy who's soloing everything.
I was super excited for the opportunity to climb with Ueli. I knew some of the things he's done in the alpine realm. He's a super impressive climber.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Kind?
Yeah. It's not like a lot of blah, blah, blah.
Look, it looks good.
He knows exactly what he wants to do, and he goes for it. And that's exactly what I like too. The goal is just go on the nose to see how fast we can climb it.
It's your classic test piece of the world, you know, people come from everywhere to climb the nose.
So it was quite a full-on start. I mean, we arrived here like straight from the plane, quite jet lagged. Alex was totally like, tomorrow morning we go to the nose.
Our first climb on the nose was our first time climbing together. Ueli's first time climbing El Cap in a day.
We start climbing and then we figure out.
Yeah, we'll sort it all out. What is that shirt? It's just all your random. What is a Richner and they make vacuums?
Yeah. Bathroom.
Bathroom?
Yeah.
You're sponsored by a bathroom?
Yeah.
No shit.
So see you on the top, eh?
Heck yes. Going to the summit.
There's Alex on lead, and he's the rope gun of me on this trip.
When we were climbing, Ueli was like all cylinders blazing.
We start simul climbing, like that was so cool. Always both moving and nobody waiting.
Speed climbing with Ueli is amazing because I just climbed as fast as I possibly could, and he was just motoring behind me, and it was like the fastest I've ever climbed. I was like, this is crazy.
We make sure there are always like a minimum like 2 pieces between us. If somebody falls, then we are still attached to the rock. What the fuck? And yeah, of course we had like some things to sort out.
You don't have the pendulum here. You can swing over on the knot and then free climb.
Oh, shit.
You alright?
That hurts too much.
We're still sort of refining some things.
Let's keep going.
Okay, keep going.
You're not stopping, it's like go, 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 just moving. And it's such a good feeling to just cruise through these 1,000 meters of granite. Climber climbing until Great Roof, and then Pancakes Wake. This just flies by.
He charged up the nose the first time, so I was like, oh my God, he's really fast.
We just climbed on the first go in 4 hours, 40 minutes, and that was like quite amazing.
Yeah, we cruised. It was totally good.
I think we're gonna be a good team.
We did it again the next day and did it in 4:20, I think.
2 days in Yosemite, you have done twice the nose, so it's like totally crazy. That's the fascinating part of the whole speed climbing. You control everything with detail. You wanna do it like perfectly. You know, I'm really Swiss. I'm really like, I like a Swiss watch, you know, it's very efficient. And speed climbing is exactly that, you know, it's so precise.
After a couple weeks of climbing on the nose, we switched to free climbing.
Initial thoughts on this Ueli character?
Ueli is, when he talks, he's like, oh, I just want to have fun on a route. I'm here having a good time. Certainly says that he doesn't take it super seriously. But I don't believe him. Like, I mean, he's just too Swiss, you know?
My father said, okay, I don't care what you are doing, but there's just one simple thing. If you do something, just do it right. A short sentence is in my head, and I try to do my whole life like this. We went back again to give a go on the nose.
We decided to switch roles to start climbing so that we could each learn the other person's role a little bit better.
And again, we tried to climb a little bit faster, and it happened what it can happen, you know?
Ueli took this enormous lead fall.
I was like, slip off, and you see your hands like, oh, that's not good. And you think, oh, I hope it's not gonna hurt too much. Like 20, 25 meters. That was a huge fall.
It kind of highlighted like how potentially dangerous speed climbing can be.
That was a little bit the breakdown of the whole speed climbing trip.
Yeah, I probably have a higher tolerance for risk than most people, but climbing with Ueli, he definitely takes it to the next level.
Luckily, I didn't hurt myself seriously. I was pissed about myself because I fell off. That's an error. I like, stupid. On the other hand, it will be positive in the future for me because I have done it, you know, I have taken the whipper and I know how it feels. And if you can use that in a positive way, it doesn't slow you down. It helps you to keep going. The problem is you don't know where the limit is until you go over it. Several years ago, I wanted to go to the Himalaya, and my dream was already then like solo a big face on 8,000 meter peak. Annapurna South Face. It's big and complex. This line is tried lots of times and nobody finished it yet. And I looked on it and I thought, yeah, it should be climbable for soloing. I got like a good weather report and I started climbing. After 300 meters, I got hit by a rock. No, easy. I was more angry about myself. I mean, what's the point to put you in this situation, like going to the mountains and get hit by a rock? That doesn't make any sense, you know? It made me think about what I'm doing.
Hey, schön, dich wieder zu sehen.
Not pushing too far over the limits. I'm not want to die. I want to be retired on one day and nice little house with my wife. Just talk with young climbers about how great it is to climb.
To be doing what Ueli is doing, especially year after year, really taking the sport to the next level. You know, you have to be comfortable with the fact that there's a chance you might not make it back from a trip.
It's just important to be very honest with yourself. It's my personality. I need my challenge in my life. I'm willing to take risk if the project is worth it. Taking this risk to do the Eiger North face record, for me it's worth it. The Eiger North face, that's the mountain, you know, that's the history of climbing. Stories, legends, it's like all you dream about when you're a kid. I think one day I want to be as good as they are.
Ueli is making a statement by choosing the Eiger, the most iconic face in the world. He is choosing to be a part of history of alpinism.
The first really record on the Eiger was Reinhold Messner did it in 10 hours. I was like, wow. Then Thomas Bubendorfer did it in 4 hours, 50 minutes. That was incredible. That's quite impressive. Maybe I should try also. It's something that grows in your stomach. I did a new record, 3 hours, 50 minutes. Everybody was like, wow, that's amazing. We never thought that's possible. But after a couple of days, I start to realize it's not, but no, that's not a limit. I'm just faster than the others, but that's exactly not the point. And I felt like, I can do it much better. I decided I spent a year training for a speed ascent on the Eiger North face. I figured out a specific cardio training just to be in this 3.5 hour range. I was really ready to do it. And this time, I really go for a real record. I walk slowly to the base of the route and just think about how I'm gonna manage to do it. You start running up the snow fields. Your legs, they're pushing you, your arms pulling. Flowing through sections, it just flies by. First really technical section to get to the Hinterstoisser Traverse. They're like fixed lines. I didn't touch the fixed lines because I really want to free climb the whole thing. It's like really, really exposed here. The Traverse is quite famous because so many people died. You have to switch from this running into focused climbing. Then after you climb this, you reach the point where you're into it. On one hand, you have in your mind you have to move fast. But on the other hand, you know exactly if I do a mistake, I fall off. And you see just more than 1,000 meter air below you and you're like on this edge. Then you go out to the final snowfield. Now you have to get out of your body everything you can get on as fast as possible to the summit. You just see your hands, your ice axe, and your crampons, and they have to just move. You're progressing on something, and that's all about. You want to keep moving, having a progress in your life. Then you get to the summit and you push the watch. First you try to breathe a little bit, get some oxygen in your lungs. When I saw this time, I was like, oh, that's not possible. I'm just like, yeah, that was a good moment.
Steter Tropfen hüllt den Stein. So sagt man. Steter Tropfen und die Zeit. Es hat lange gedauert, unseren Spielplatz zu formen. Jahrmillionen. Jetzt ist er fertig. Vielleicht ist es die Ausdauer, die uns dahin brachte, wo wir jetzt stehen. Auf einer Bühne und wir sind die Akteure. Ein Spielplatz aus gewaltigen Felsskulpturen, tiefen Tälern und engen Schluchten. Von überwältigender Schönheit. Wenn wir ihn betreten, tun wir das, was vor uns noch niemand getan hat. We're going deep.
Also ich habe vor 8 Jahren angefangen, Canyoning zu machen und da war für mich das Reinspringen oder einfach natürlich runterzurutschen oder einfach nur abzuseilen, war schon das Highlight. Und dann, ich mache es jetzt eben, wie gesagt, 8 Jahren und dann kommt eins nach dem anderen, dann ist plötzlich, sehe ich, man könnte doch auch in die Rutsche springen, das ist doch auch noch möglich. Und dann kommt eins nach dem anderen und schlussendlich sieht es dann so aus, wie ich es jetzt mache. Ich habe angefangen mit Skateboarden, dann Snowboarden, all die Bewegungen, die Saltos, die habe ich schon gelernt und die bringe ich eigentlich jetzt in die Schlucht. Wenn ich den Sprung nicht kann oder die Rotation oder so, dann übe ich das zuerst an einem kleinen Sprung und bringe es dann zu dem Spot, wo ich ihn dann machen will. Ich springe nicht runter, wo ich nicht sicher bin. Ich treffe eine Vorbereitung für den Sprung und springe nicht einfach so drauf los.
2, 1, Sia!